Matt, I saw an article the other day that talked about people giving used gifts for Christmas.
Okay.
Okay, so it was basically like when you are at a secondhand store or something and you're like, oh, I'm thinking of so-and-so when I see this book, I'm going to go ahead and grab this book, right?
Okay.
Some of the used gifts that they were talking about were toys, games, jewelry, ceramics, ornaments, home decor, vinyl records, arts and crafts, bags and purses, books. Okay, so I started thinking about this. What if I'm not like at a secondhand store? What if I'm just going through my house?
Oh, I see. I was going to say there's plenty around.
Right?
Oh, gosh. I guess so long as they're not accidentally giving someone that they had gifted you in the, if you accidentally re-gift someone, you forgot that they gave you the...
Right?
I don't know.
Like home decor that they've seen in your house. And you go, oh, Sally really liked this pumpkin thing, so I'm going to give it to her for Christmas. Is that essentially like a used gift, or is that, cheapskate?
This gift, you're getting rid of something that you own, is what you're saying?
Yeah, like if you're purging your house.
Yeah.
And when you're like deciding, should I take this to a Goodwill or Salvation Army? But you go, oh, Sally said she complimented this one time, so I think Sally would like this.
Just give it to her instead.
Yeah.
I don't know. You think you'd get called out on that?
I don't know. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Like in this article, it said that 19% of people said they'd be grateful to receive a used gift for Christmas. Now, I think books are different. I think books are okay to pass on, right? Like, hey, I read this book. You should read it too. Here's a book.
Don't you think that's a common thing people do in general? They're like, hey, you should read this book. Go ahead and keep it.
Yeah, right? I mean, I feel like that's different than like, here's some old home decor from last season, or here's some of my old CDs.
Well, if you give someone a book, it's going to have, like, its spine's going to be a little bit worn,
Maybe, yeah.
And I don't know. So you think a used book is a better thing to give than a used something else? Is that your point?
Kind of.
Okay.
Like if I found a book at Goodwill, obviously the spine is going to be a little worn.
Right.
As opposed, like, even if I just went to my bookshelf and I was like, could I take it off my bookshelf and be like, hey, I was at the used bookstore the other day and I saw this and thought of you.
Now, this is a good opportunity to plug Rolling Hills Library's Books Revisited bookstore.
Oh, yeah.
Because then you could be like, here's a used book, and it helped out the library. So that'd be a good spot if you're looking for a used book to give.
Yeah. The bad part of what I'm proposing is that you're saying, I saw this and I thought of you, as opposed to like, I was cleaning out my bookshelves.
Right.
And I saw this and thought of you.
Yeah. You don't want to treat other people as your junk drawer.
Right. But I think if somebody gave me a book that they'd already read, I'm not going to be like, what? The spine is busted on this book.
I guess it depends on how snooty your friend is.
Right.
So we started talking about this because how many percent of people are, what was it? They'd be grateful?
19% said they'd be grateful to receive used gifts for Christmas.
Yeah.
This whole article was basically how we should be using secondhand stores more. Like instead of going and buying brand new things, like it's environmentally safe to go through thrift stores and blah, blah, blah. I do have kind of a bad reputation in my family for giving movies that I've taken the shrink wrap off and watched first and then give it to them.
Yes, we've talked about that. That's right. I think that's worse. Yeah.
I think that's way worse. But it was my family, so it was like, it's kind of funny.
Yeah, when it's your family, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Good point.
Yeah.
But for a friend, would you ever do that to a friend?
Maybe.
Do that to them.
Would you ever do that to them? Okay, but I also, like, if I put myself in their shoes, am I really going to be ticked off that they watched a movie before they gave it to me? Probably not.
Well, they open, half the fun of getting a present, like especially a movie, you get to struggle with the shrink wrap. You know?
Is that the fun part, Matt? Is it?
I think so. Well, yeah, because once you break free of the shrink wrap, you're like, I did it. And so that's like a bonus gift, you know? Overcoming the adversity of taking the shrink wrap off of a...
I'm just going to shrink wrap your desk, Matt, and that'll be your present. So you can just like open your stapler on your desk.
That makes no sense. That makes no sense. Come on.
You don't think so? If you think it's so much fun to get the shrink wrap off things, I'm just going to shrink wrap everyday items for you.
No, I'm saying that's part of the experience. You get something new, you get to unbox it, you know? No?
I disagree.
Okay.
I know. I think taking it out of the wrapping paper or pulling it out of the tissue paper, but I don't think like the breaking the seal.
Okay. Quick aside, they still haven't improved that. The ability to get those discs out of the shrink wrap.
Really?
Yeah, I think you need a sharp implement. So 18% was the number, right? The people that be
19.
grateful?
19%.
What do you think grateful means in this case?
That they'd be okay with it, that they're just happy to receive a gift.
Well, that's not a very good number then.
I'm sure this article was more about like secondhand stores, right?
Maybe, I don't know, but I could see him saying 19% of people are grateful at the fact that you were not wasteful and you bought something secondhand that you're able to pass on. Or they'd be okay with it. You know, like I just don't know what grateful means in this survey's definition. Because 19% is not a healthy number if it's just like, I'm fine with that.
It was a bigger number than I thought it was going to be.
Really? You think so? Okay.
Yeah.
Huh. It's actually a little bit lower than I would have thought. Weird.
Right?
Yep. So, all right. So there you go. If you want to give a used gift this holiday season, 19% chance the person you give it to will be grateful. But at least you would have insight into that person. So you might know who would be more accepting and who wouldn't be.
Right.
If you got a real tree hugger as a friend, there you go, Kate.
Recycle. Reuse.
Reduce is the first R.
I wasn't doing that one. I wasn't going to do that. I was just saying recycling and reuse. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Do you disagree?
I guess you're reducing if you're cleaning out your house. So.
Well, you're also reducing, but reduce, reuse, recycle. Reduce the things you... Okay.
Yeah.
So there you go. Reduce, reuse, recycle. That's what we want to do in general. But in this particular case, we're reusing/recycling?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because you're not exactly reducing because you're still giving them something.
Well, you're reducing a little bit because you're not getting something new. Right? No?
And you're reducing a little bit because you're taking things out of your home, but you're giving someone something else. So
I don't know if that's how that... I think the reduce thing is like buy fewer things. Is what that means.
I get that. That's why I wasn't going to say it in the first place.
Okay.
But when you brought it up, I thought, okay, reducing, getting rid of things out of your home, but you're still giving someone something.
I guess I brought it up more than anything because we're, once again, a educational show and family oriented and all that stuff. And we want to educate the listener with the 3 R's: reduce, reuse, recycle. In that order, I believe. It's like recycling is different. That means you're returning it to whence it came. Like you recycle plastic. Well, which is debatable how recyclable that is. Like recycling cardboard. Recycle your cardboard. Or reuse your cardboard. Make a little, I don't know, fortress for your cat. Come on, I'm just top of the head stuff.
Right.
Give me a break. Kate, a while back you had mentioned the number of movies that Hallmark had in production, Christmas films specifically.
Yes.
All right, so I saw a new roundup. Guess how many total Christmas movies? So they looked at IMDb.
Okay.
Movies with the word Christmas in the title. How many total do you think for this year?
For this year, new films never before seen?
Yes, this is both new Christmas films that are feature films as well as TV movies with the word Christmas in the title.
22.
Oh, dear. More than 200.
Really?
So nearly 10 times that amount because of Hallmark Channel leading the way.
Wow.
Hallmark Channel alone has 42 new original holiday films. Right?
Wow.
And so Hallmark for a while has led the way on holiday films by, I would say, a large margin. And everybody else is seemingly figuring it out. And thus they point out That is a 400% increase from 5 years ago. And they point out that Lifetime is like, because Lifetime and Hallmark, they're pretty much the same channel, right? I mean, they're competitors-ish.
Right.
Lifetime has 35 of its own Christmas films this year. So between Hallmark and Lifetime alone, 77 original holiday films. And not only that, with the word Christmas in the title.
With Christmas in the title.
Because it could be films that are just like Home for the Holidays or something like that, right?
Right.
So impressive. More than 200.
Okay, Sam, our afternoon guy.
Yeah.
He posted something on Facebook the other day that I choked on my drink. I don't want to say I spit my drink out. It was like I was taking a drink and taking a breath at the same time, and then I read it, and it was bad. But Sam's post was a moment of silence for all the big city suit-wearing guys who are about to get dumped by their girlfriends or fiancés for a small-town guy wearing flannel in Hallmark movies this holiday season.
Yep. Exactly
I was
right.
like, yes, Sam, that is perfect.
Nailed it. They say this whole thing began back in 2009. That's when Hallmark first decided to have a dedicated special season of holiday movies. Popular thing.
Yeah.
A Boy Called Christmas, A Castle for Christmas, Last Train to Christmas, Next Stop Christmas, Single All the Way, Boxing Day, Silent Night, Boyfriends of Christmas Past, Father Christmas is Back, Home Sweet Home Alone, 'Twas the Fight Before Christmas, a documentary about a Christmas fanatic who battled his neighbors over his plans for a spectacular festive show in their neighborhood, and The Beep Who Stole Christmas, the B Word Who Stole Christmas.
Oh, that's probably not a Hallmark movie right there.
No, that is VH1. RuPaul. And a host of Drag Race stars parody the Hallmark formula.
Classic holiday flick right there.
Yeah, you'll be watching that. Oh, like I watch Home Alone 4 times a year or something.
There you go.
Speaking of RuPaul, I don't know, did we ever get a review about that RuPaul children's book that you guys checked out from the library?
It wasn't bad.
Not bad.
It wasn't bad. I read it. Yeah.
Are you guys continuing with that series of stuff? It's like an educational, who is RuPaul? And it kind of explains what's going on with RuPaul.
Who was Mother Teresa, who was Alexander Hamilton, who was Benjamin Franklin, who was Walt Disney. Yeah. We haven't checked out any of those recently.
Kids over it.
Well, I mean, if they're in the right spot, they'll be like, oh, look, it's another Who Was. But
like, Mom, we got Wikipedia. Come on.
No, they don't go to Wikipedia.
No.
There's no pictures on Wikipedia.
That's when you'll know, Kate. That's when you'll know. That's
right.
That your little babies have grown up. They're using Wikipedia.
We've been bouncing back between 2 libraries, and it's they're just different setups. And so a lot of times they'll find like a book and they'll sit down and start reading. I'm like, okay, do you want to get anything else? And then when we're leaving, there's like a mad dash to grab like 4 or 5 books.
Like, you can check that out and read it later. Nah, it's all right. I'll just panic, check out books.
Exactly. And the girls, I'm glad they love to read, but we're really struggling. My oldest is 11 in 5th grade, and she got in trouble this week because she was supposed to be working on a project, and instead she was reading her book. And it's like, okay, I know that you love to read. I'm glad that you love to read. I don't want to take books away from you, but
enough with the reading.
Get your stuff done at school when you're supposed to. Then you can read later.
Oh, man, I'm such a big proponent of, I'd say when I was a kid, I procrastinated a decent bit, but now I'm just like, let's get this out of the way. Outside of like cleaning my house. Other than that, I'm pretty much let's get these annoying activities done so I'm done thinking about them. And then party time.
Yeah, we go back and forth. It's like, what's the fire that needs to be put out first? And sometimes it's things that we've put off. So she just, of course, it's a project that she didn't want to work on in the first place. And so she was like, I really don't want to do it. I'd rather sit here and read.
Well, it's better than sitting there watching TV, I guess. So got that.
I mean, she was in the classroom, though. So it's like, this is perfect time to be doing the project with your
I
teacher
see.
right there. So if you've got any questions,
Gotcha.
you can ask the teacher
Okay.
instead of bringing it home and being like, we didn't get to work on it at school. And I find out later, yeah, you did.
Oh, okay, fine. At least she's not eating glue.
True.
Yeah.
True.
There you go.
Yeah.
Even though most glue is non-toxic these days, at least the kind they have at school, right? They might have rubber cement on hand. Never mind. Take that back.
Okay.
Don't do glue, kids.
Don't do glue, kids. No, I've got the other kid I have to worry about with glue, but not eating it.
Oh, yeah?
She puts it on her hand, lets it dry, and then peels it off.
Oh, yeah. That's pretty fun.
Yeah.
Elmer's.
Yeah. It's all fun and games until, like, she accidentally squeezes too much on and then gets it on her pants. And what is all over your pants? Glue.
Oh, that's great. I never deliberately, that I recall, covered my hands in Elmer's glue to do that, but that is a pretty gratifying feeling.
You never did that?
Just covered my hand in Elmer's?
Yeah.
No.
It wasn't like a thick layer. You had to do it like kind of thin, and then you had to let it dry, and then you could peel it off like you were peeling a sunburn.
Right, which is another very gratifying thing to do. No, I've never done that. This is the first I've heard of anybody doing that, but now that you mention it, makes total sense. Yeah. I've been missing out. You're right, Kate.
I know what you're doing on Saturday night.
There you go.
I'll send some glue home with you.
Thanks. I think I got some Elmer's, but yeah, you're right. I'm probably going to want to use a lot of it.
Well, once you start.
Yeah, once you pop, can't stop.
Yep. Matt, have you ever heard of Barefoot Wine?
Barefoot Wine?
Barefoot Wine. It's a brand. It's like a budget winemaker.
It sounds familiar, but I can't say for certain that I have.
Okay. On their label, they've got, the great big foot imprint on there, but it's decent wine. So if you're going to give away some wine, or if you're not really sure about some flavors, you can always start with Barefoot and then work your way up.
I thought maybe you were giving away used wine.
Nope.
No? Okay. Well, that's nice.
If it had a better shelf life, maybe. But Barefoot has, what's the word I'm looking for? Barefoot has teamed up with Oreos.
Oh, I don't like where this is going.
And there is an Oreo flavored Barefoot wine. It's a red blend, and it has notes of cookies and cream with chocolate, which, to be fair, I drink a red blend, and I sometimes pair that with my Oreos.
Okay.
But I don't know that I would like an Oreo flavored red blend. They're just cutting out the middleman, basically. But it just went on sale on the website today. So if you know someone who loves Oreos and loves red wine, go to barefootwine.com and buy 2 bottles for $25 to get shipped to you.
Hook it up. I did not know that Oreo, is that a common thing? Oreos and wine?
I have been known, if there are Oreos in the house, to have a couple with my wine.
Well, we all each do something weird, but I was curious if it was a broader trend.
I don't know. Chocolate.
Yeah.
Something to munch on while you're... And these are the Oreo thins, Matt. So these aren't double stuff. It's just like a little bit of Oreo in your red wine. But it's officially Oreo. Like, I thought it was going to be like a Barefoot Wine's cookies and cream, like Oreo. But nope, Oreo has teamed up with Barefoot Wines.
And they're specifically using Oreo thins to make this wine? Is that what you said?
I don't know that they're using them to make it.
But that's what they say it tastes like?
Create a red wine with notes of cookies and cream with chocolate.
Oh, I thought you said Oreo thins.
That's the name of it. Barefoot plus Oreo thins.
Okay. Funny.
Oreo thins, red blend.
I guess it kind of makes sense. I don't know.
I know. I don't think I hate it.
Right.
As much as I'm like, well, it's Barefoot, so it's going to be a cheap wine anyways.
Yet not so cheap, right? 2 for $25, is that what you said?
Right. That's more than any Barefoot wine bottles I've ever bought.
I was going to say, if you want cheap wine, you can get a lot cheaper than that, right? How much does the cheapest wine go for these days? I remember $2 Chuck was a thing for a while.
Yeah.
Was it $3 now for a bottle of wine?
I don't know. Maybe a little Mad Dog 2020. Is that wine? Or Boone's Farm? Oh, Boone's Farm.
Mad Dog 2020. Isn't that like malt liquor?
No.
It's not Mad Dog 2020?
I don't think so, because we always had the church wine flavor.
Okay. Huh.
They had different flavors. Maybe it was.
I'm looking at the images now.
Okay. It was always near the Boone's farm.
Dragon fruit, blue, raspberry, electric melon, strawberry, kiwi, red grape wine. Yeah. Okay. Ouch. Embarrassing.
Yeah. You know, when you're only have like so much money to drink for the weekend and you're young.
That's right. Or you want to reach a certain level of intoxication and you only have so much money.
Right?
Right. Yep.
There it is. Don't wear white when you're drinking the church wine from Mad Dog 2020.
There definitely was a time when, like I've really liked craft beer for quite a while. That's my preferred beer. And for a while it was okay. 40% of your beer can be nice beer, can be premium beer. And then 60% of your beer can be hams or whatever, cheap beer. And then you know what you do, right, Kate?
You drink the good stuff first.
There you go. And then chase it with some of the cheap stuff to get you where you want to be. Pro tip from Matt and Kate.
Right?
Yes.
Matt, do you have any holiday parties coming up?
Not that I know of.
Okay.
I don't think so. The work one, but I don't count that.
No.
I count that as work, actually.
So if you are, okay, let's play hypothetical then. Let's pretend that you got invited to a Christmas party that your friend is hosting at their home.
Okay.
Do you ever bring a gift for your host?
Oh, do I? Sometimes, I guess more than likely what I'm going to do is bring more beer than I can consume and leave it.
Yeah.
That's probably it, though.
Okay.
Kind of lame like that, yeah. You?
Sometimes, especially like holiday parties like this, you bring a gift for your host. I read that some of the more popular gifts for your hosts are pretty easy. And I thought it was going to be a little bit more elaborate. Like sometimes I'll bring like you said, like I'll bring a bottle of wine and it doesn't have to be for the party. It could be like, here, drink this when you don't have to share with everybody else. Or maybe some extra food or something for the party.
Yeah.
Yeah, but top gifts to bring to your hosts, baked goods, plants or flowers, or alcohol.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah. So I don't know I'm not very good about plants, so I would never gift anyone a plant, but I might bring flowers.
You don't know about plants? Is that what you said?
I can't keep them alive, so I'm not a plant person.
Well,
I know they exist, Matt.
That's why you give them to someone else, and they can figure it out.
But I don't want to give them a plant that's like, oh, this one's really hard to keep alive. That seems like a terrible gift.
You don't want to give someone a gift that you wouldn't be able to maintain personally.
Correct.
That makes sense. That's a good rule.
Correct.
Yeah. A plant's nice because, if you show up and you give them like a Christmas decoration or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you show up with a $20 pre-lit Christmas tree from Target. Here you go. You've given them junk. Whereas, potential junk, I shouldn't say that. Because if you showed up at my house with a $20 Target Christmas tree, I go, ooh, it can join my other three.
Right? I was going to say not junk, Matt, and it's festive.
But it's that kind of clutter kind of deal, I guess. Whereas alcohol gets consumed, the plant gets consumed, and the baked goods all get consumed and go away from the person's house, I guess.
The plant gets consumed?
Yeah, well, you mentioned it dying, so it gets consumed by death.
But aren't you supposed to keep a plant alive?
I guess that's a good point. Yeah. Well, I guess give the gift of a plant that is seasonal and goes away. I guess indoor plants aren't typically seasonal, are they?
No.
I'm struggling here.
That's why I said I would never do a plant, because I don't know enough about plants. But
a poinsettia, that's got a shelf life to it, right?
I think so.
There we go. Yay. Yeah, just don't give them something perennial. I don't know. Maybe this rule is dumb that I'm just making up on the fly. It probably is.
That's why I stay away from plants. There's too many things to think about.
I'm a fan of fake plants.
Yeah?
Yeah, my parents gave me a nice fake plant. It's got yellow flowers on it to put outside my house after I got my house painted, specifically after my dad painted my house.
Nice.
And it's real nice. I just moved it back into the garage like a week ago. It's like, well, I'm not going to fool anyone now. So let me go ahead and move this back in the garage.
You didn't want to put like a bag over it, like people with real plants do, so you're protecting your plants from frost?
I don't know. Would that make sense? So this plant is in like a stand.
No, maybe.
So it's not in like a flower bed or something. So
yeah,
it's easy enough just to take the whole stand and move it in.
Yeah.
And then, yes, the 3 fake Christmas trees I have. My mom sent me some ornaments to put on them, by the way.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Have you put them on yet?
I have not. I think I'm going to
do that tonight.
Maybe.
Turn on some Christmas music.
I'm thinking about live streaming it on my YouTube.
There you go.
Yeah, because I was very pleased with how the unboxing went. It's got a decent number of views. Because I think people were searching for, because I made sure to say, like, the product name itself. That way people could look up to see, is this $20 Christmas tree from Target, this 2-foot-tall tree, is it legit? And then they can witness my delight when I open it, you know?
Nice.
So it's got a good number of reviews, as opposed to my other ones that have like 10.
Nice.
Yeah. So maybe.
Decorate the Christmas tree tonight and turn on some Christmas music. Maybe even, you know, bake some cookies.
I think what I'll need to do... No, I'm not going to bake cookies. Although I guess I could pick up a sleeve of Pillsbury or something.
Right? I mean, that's what I was thinking. I didn't think you needed to like make them from scratch, but
yeah. Probably not. I got to be careful with the Christmas music if I'm going to stream it because they could take my video down for using copywritten music.
Oh.
So I could find a festive stage because I like Mario 3D World has like a snowy area. I could go there and they've got kind of a Christmassy sounding noise. So I could have that on in the background maybe. Because video game music you can stream because the video game companies want you to show off their videos. So, I hadn't thought about that, Kate. So,
just a thought.
Yeah, just a thought. You done decorating? I forget.
No. We got a fake tree and I got some Christmas ornaments to put on them because I can't find our makeshift ornaments from last year in the apartment. And when I say makeshift, they're not like pretend ornaments, but there's only a few of them that we bought last year. Can't find those. And the rest of our Christmas decorations are in Kansas.
Right.
So I don't want to buy a whole bunch of new ornaments and decorations. So we did buy a small pre-lit tree from Home Depot that we can put in the basement after it's finished. This will be our second year. No, this will be our third year without a real Christmas tree. Womp womp.
Do you think you'll ever go back?
Yes.
You do? Okay.
Yes.
What stopped you from doing it this year?
Because we don't have our stuff. I didn't want to go and buy all new things to fill this tree.
Oh, like the new stand and all that stuff to put the tree into.
The stand, the ornaments, the lights. Yeah, I didn't want to go buy new things.
Gotcha. I thought maybe it might be a thing where it's like, man, the convenience of having this tree just be ready to go that I can take out any day I want instead of having to go to the tree farm.
Nope. And I am not trashing anyone who uses a fake tree every year. I totally get it. It's just not for me. And the tree that we bought at Home Depot, it's smaller and it'll make a nice decoration like in the basement later on.
Yes, a different room, yeah.
But it's not my ideal Christmas tree. And I also didn't want to shell out $350 for what would be a good replacement for a fake tree.
Right, because you want a tree that's...
I want a tree.
Taller than you.
We got tall ceilings. I want a big tree. So...
Touch the ceiling tree.
Kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
An epic tree.
So I have come to terms with that. So next year's Christmas will be magical. Magical. Yeah. Right now the girls don't seem to mind. They want to wait till this weekend to decorate the fake tree with Monty. So we'll do that either tonight or tomorrow night. So
you going to like have a fire in the fire? I know it's not really. We were in like freezing winter mode earlier this week.
Oh, we've been running our fireplace since October.
Oh, you have?
Yeah, we use our fireplace a lot.
It's on a light switch or no?
Yeah.
Okay.
No. I haven't turned on the furnace because we use the fireplace.
You haven't?
I haven't.
Oh, really? Your fireplace throws off that much heat? You You throw wood in there?
No,
Oh.
but you turn on the fan so it circulates the heat and your house goes from 65 degrees to 72 real fast. And
Damn. Natural gas?
Mhm.
Okay. Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
I would have never guessed.
yeah, I mean, the basement's pretty chilly, but upstairs is good.
Okay.
Girls get cold in the middle of the night, throw on an extra blanket. They're good.
What's the bill look like on that?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. I don't open it. I just shred it, envelope and all, the minute I get it.
It's automatic, and I think it goes to Monty's email, and it gets paid, and yeah, I don't know.
Fantastic.
Yeah, it's not like we run it every night and all day long. It's like we'll run it for maybe 2 hours after we get home, like at
Well, yeah, but you said
5 o'clock.
you said you haven't ran the heat all year, though.
Yeah, we haven't. We haven't turned on the furnace.
Right. So you've run it often enough to heat your home, and it's been really cold some days, especially earlier this week.
Yeah, and we also have the fan on when we sleep.
Oh, the fan and the heating, the HVAC or whatever.
No, like the ceiling fan.
Oh, okay. So what's that? That you're spreading the air around? Is that what you're saying, or what?
Well, okay, so we use the fan in the living room to spread the heat around.
Yeah.
But then we still sleep with our ceiling fans on because we're ceiling fan sleepers.
Well, I am too.
I've even had like the window open a couple of times.
Wow.
Yeah.
Damn, Kate.
Yeah.
I'm impressed.
That's when it's best sleeping, when it's cool.
I agree with that. Yeah. Yeah, I sleep fantastic when it's cold, but damn, is it hard to get up. I ended up inching up my overnight temperature a degree. It's like, oh man, I need to make it warm enough so at least I feel like I can get out of bed. Chilly.
Yeah.
Womp womp.
That's when but as the mom, I'm like, hustle, hustle. Get your clothes on. Come on. You'll warm up when you get your clean clothes on.
Yeah, that's true.
I also have a down comforter that my mom got us.
Ooh.
That is like, we used to call it the cloud, and now we call it like the inferno blanket. Like, it is so hot. It's so hot.
Well, then that defeats the purpose of being in a cold room, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's probably why we keep it so cool, because that blanket like burns us.
Nice. It burns us. Well, you wake up in the morning with second-degree burns, but damn.
Right.
Comfortable.
It's really soft. It's really pretty. It looks nice on the bed. Yeah.